Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, it is very painful, extremely painful, for me to announce that another Dr. Durrani victim, who Deters Laws represents and who I have been their advocate and continue to be their advocate, has passed away. And I want everyone to know that every single one of those who have died, this makes it up to 63, is a very wonderful human being whose downward spiral began when Dr. Durrani operated on him. Jeff Potts, and I'm showing you his picture, better days. Jeff Potts suffered so much pain. And his wonderful wife, Sherry, and their kids did all they could to help him every single day of the pain that he suffered after the Durrani procedure. Not only did he suffer from his spine surgery, Dr. Durrani perforated his colon, he got septic, and that just hindered him even more. You know who Jeff Potts is? Jeff Potts was a hard-working, law-abiding American living in the Cincinnati area. He deserved better. Do you know who listened to all of the evidence and all that he went through, all that Sherry went through? A Hamilton County jury in front of no other than Judge Mark Reich Schweikert. That jury awarded the Potts the largest verdict in the history of Ohio in a medical malpractice case. The largest medical malpractice verdict in the history. Reich, of course, sealed it. The Enquirer has done nothing to unseal it. No local news agency has done anything to unseal it. You know what's also interesting? It just tells you how jealous they are, because Deters Law won nearly 100 million verdicts over an 18-month period. The Ohio Bar Association, the Ohio Justice Association, all the organization of lawyers that hold seminars, so forth and so on, they didn't report this either. No lawyer organization said, wow, the largest verdict in the history of medical malpractice. And by the way, a lot of it is collectible, if you were wondering. But ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, do you know why he died? You know why he died? Pain. You know, if you have a toothache, an earache, it bothers you. I don't know about you, but when I have one of those, which is rare, I can't handle it. Can you imagine what it's like to have retractable pain from a screwed up spine surgery day after day after day after day after day? Jeff Potts isn't the only one. Sherry, when she contacted me this weekend to tell me this tragic news, told me that she's very confident it was probably an accidental overdose of pain medication. Do you know how bad it is with this new system of laws and pain medication and so forth and so on? I've had numerous Durrani clients say, Bulldog, would it hurt my case if I bought something on the street for my pain? Think about that. We've actually had some clients turn to heroin because the pain is so bad. And God knows what else. Meanwhile, ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, Governor DeWine, the Attorney General, Maureen O'Connor, and all the members of the Ohio Supreme Court, all the appellate judges, all the Hamilton County Common Pleas judges in Hamilton County and across the state, all the court officials, all of the clerks, all of these people have been paid for an entire year your tax dollars and mine. Can you imagine across this country, across this state, across this region, how important it is for somebody's case to be heard and resolved? These people have waited 8 freaking damn years. It's not our fault. It's not Deters Law's fault. We have filed, argued, fought, done everything. The 7th Amendment gives you a right to a jury trial. Just like the 6th Amendment gives you a right to a criminal trial in a criminal matter, a speedy one. The 7th Amendment gives you a right to a civil jury trial. Not speedy? Are you kidding me? Just think about that. Do you know how many, not just Durrani victims, can you imagine across this country, in this region, people who sue for money, and that money determines whether they're bankrupt or not, and their case just sits? All the disputes, all the things that need to get resolved. And do we have a judicial system in Ohio that has that can-do attitude? I have to admit, I'm pretty impressed with what's going on with the local Kentucky judges. They seem to be much more with it than Ohio. It's truly shocking. And nobody gives a damn. You know, you've listened to these, you've watched this, you're watching this one right now. Can you understand how any editorial decision maker, managing editor of the newspaper, news director, doesn't get this information, which we've given them over and over and over again, and says, I just don't see the story there. Don't see the story there. You know what? I knew Jeff Potts. By the way, the book opens up with Jeff and Sherry Potts coming to my office. And the funny story that they told about coming out to independence and meeting me for the first time. Jeff Potts said when he left, "That's my kind of guy." Jeff Potts personally will never see the money that he's going to get. An estate will be set up. Sherry and the kids will be entitled to it as it goes through the appeal process. Jeff, I love you, buddy. You're no longer in pain. I will never quit fighting for you. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. The Ohio civil justice system can all go to hell.